Hey guys, Lisa here, Divine Messages 333. I'm going to do a general reading for any sign using the Signs of the Times Oracle deck. Um, this is going to be just what's the energy around you. I'm feeling like there's like a lot of energy. I've just been feeling so on a few walks over this weekend, what I've been coming across are I've been seeing a lot of like fences that look like they must be under construction or like getting repaired or something, but the way I'm coming across them um is like part of the fence is like down, but almost like it got knocked down. And I've seen this if you go to my channel, well, you're on my channel. If you go to the community part of my channel, I post photos. And then I let you know the message that I'm receiving from the photos. Usually I do that. Otherwise, I leave it up to you for you to interpret, for you to kind of like an exercise for you to tap into your intuition. And I don't think I've taken a lot of photos of those, but I did come across one today because it was a really good example of what I'm talking about. And then I saw another, I took another photo of, it's like a dinosaur and it's peeking over a fence. So what I'm getting from this energy that I've been seeing for the last 2 or 3 days, the things I've been seeing and the energy that I've been picking up is that you may be having a difficult, I don't know if I would say it like that. Let me think. Something with boundaries being crossed or someone not respecting your boundaries, or maybe you have to have healthier boundaries, or people are like um they either want to like just like tear down or um like I was hearing destructive or destroy, but I don't know how you can destroy someone's boundaries um unless they want to cross boundaries in an attempt to kind of take you down, something like that. And someone may be also um, intruding on your boundaries. So that's kind of what I'm picking up. So let's just see what comes out. And I want to also mention that I have a deal going on for personal readings. Normally, I charge $15 for one question. Right now, until 11:59 tonight, I'm going to keep that card. One card just flew out. Until 11:59 tonight, August 18th. Oh, look what I'm seeing here. And stability. This one is caution and stability. What is this? Disruption. Okay. And this is a number 41, 5. I feel like somebody wants to disrupt a new like beginning when it comes to your stability. Okay. Um, yeah, something to do with your home. Possibly um this is a number 16. And you add that together, it's 7. So I feel like you are protected. Look up what the meaning of a red door. That's one of the photos I actually posted over this last week, a few days ago. A red door is a sign of like spiritual protection. I think there's like reference. I don't know if it's a biblical reference. Um, I am not knowledgeable of the Bible. Um, I'm not religious. Um, but and then this is a number 32 and it's also 5, so we have two fives here and a 7. But I do feel like, oh wow, and I've been seeing so many cones. I should take a picture. I'm going to go out again. I might do some readings from outside in a little bit here, but I just wanted to get one out inside out of the heat. um yeah, and then this anchor, like you are trying to um kind of when people put the anchor down, like root, you're like maybe you're trying to find a new place to reside. You're trying to, I'm here, what is it, lay your roots, or there's some type of saying. Is it lay your roots? That's what I'm kind of hearing. Something about roots. Like maybe you're trying to find a new place. You know, I don't know. I'm also not watching the news. So, um, I'm seeing a lot in the area I'm in. People are spray painting on the sidewalk a phrase, land back. I think it might have something, I know this probably make me sound very um I don't know what the word is, like uninformed, detached from society. I don't know. Whatever it is, what it is, but I think it has something to do with like maybe Palestine and what's going on with all of that stuff. Um Unfortunate, stuff in the world, but every time I see that spray painted thing land back, what I'm picking up from that is, uh, there's people, the general collective, whatever. Um, Someone is trying to like okay, they're trying to plant their roots. No, not sow their seeds. They're like planting roots or finding like something to do with being grounded, rooted, but also has to do with stability. Like maybe you lost a home or land, property, something, and you want it back, but I feel like you're gonna get it back. And I feel like that has to do with this. And also, like when you put the anchor down, you are trying to be like stationary, even if it's temporary. And I'm feeling like somebody really wants to disrupt that. And I feel like you are protected. And like these bricks here, I feel like what you've been, whatever you've been doing has been like creating a more solid foundation. Maybe the foundation that you previously had wasn't very solid, and that could have contributed to why you lost it. Um, because it was never going to be, I hear safe, solid. It was never going to be that. I'm hearing crumble. It needed to crumble so that you could build it back. I'm hearing three little pigs. So you could build it back. And now that you've built it back and you're building it back and it's more stable, it's more solid, a solid foundation, it will be protected and you will be able to have your land back, or you will land on your feet again, something like that. This is also like real, you can't really tell here maybe, but it's kind of purplish, like it's a purple hue overall, even the airplane. And I feel like somebody was trying to kind of like disrupt your intuition, something to do with, it could be, maybe beliefs, whether you're religious or you just have a strong faith in something. I feel like somebody was trying to disrupt that and shake that, but I don't think that, I'm going to put that back. I don't think that they have been successful. Um, so I think I started to mention, and then I got distracted by the cards. But I do have a special going on for readings right now, personal readings. You need to email me and then make your payment by 11:59 tonight. Um, I may do it again, before the month ends. But right now, I've got some time off, a couple days off from work, and so I am open for that. So the deal is 3 questions, for $20, and after tomorrow, after 11:59, then I will start the readings for people, and you will get a video, um, a link to a video, and it will probably get to you within 24 hours. So the details are in the description box if you go to my page or my channel, um, where you see, it will say open your eyes, open your mind wider than your eyes. There's a little arrow there. Click on the arrow and it will bring you all the details about the, for where to email, where to make payment. Right now I have Cash App and Venmo. I'm working on linking a PayPal app, but right now it's Cash App and Venmo. So details are there, and let's see what these cards have to say for you. Okay, this one. So what can you tell the collective about the general energy around them? What is something they need to know? When you see that fly out, I feel like, okay, I feel like I'm getting the feeling, I'm getting like goosebumps too. I'm getting the feeling that it's maybe an important message. Oh, we have 6 cards here. So we have Crown, personal power, number 28. That equals a 10 also. We have Key, opportunity. Keys open doors. That's 17 and it's number 8. That's good. So when it comes to numbers, I know, like, for myself, I add the numbers, but each number, okay, because I have heard other readers, like, they add the number and then they talk about that number, but each number also has its meaning, okay? So like 17, okay, that would be like, that could be you, 1, also like a new beginning, a new start. 7 is like the divine. It could be, this is like a divine intervention, or it could be divine timing. It doesn't only have to be divine. Look into these numbers as well. So when you're seeing numbers, look into them. Now, when we have the 28, so there's a 2 and there's an 8. 2 could mean duality, it could mean a partnership, it could mean that you have to make a decision like this or that. 8 generally is, talking about abundance. So that's really good so far. Good. Those are good signs. And we have infinity, unlimited potential. Nice. Okay. And 43 also adds to 7. So we're talking, so number 3 can also talk about, and then, yeah. So 3 and 7 can be numbers of, you know, like the divine. Um, just generally speaking, like I said, look these numbers up and things are going to jump out to you. Um, some people also will go with, like, say a number has always meant, like, maybe someone has a favorite number, right? Um, and before they ever heard of like numerology or angel numbers, this number could have its own significance to this person, to you. And that now that you may be looking into, you know, meanings of numbers, it you may find that what, you know, their meanings could be different, even contradictory to what you've um what it's meant to you. I hope I'm making sense here. And that doesn't mean that you have to like forget what it meant to you. Like, so, let's say someone likes the number 6, okay? And um if they were to see 666, they'd really like it because they really like 6. But then maybe they never heard like 666 could also represent, Satan, the devil, or whatever. um and also 6 can talk about like harmony, balance, keeping your thoughts positive. So you might say, oh, now 6 always maybe made me think of like my grandma, and, you know, like being loved. Maybe her house number was 6, or maybe her birthday was on the 6th or something like that, right? And so it has like a good meaning to you, but it's also totally different from what you're reading. Go with whatever, like if you were to see the number 6, go with whatever is speaking to you at that time. If you're seeing it and you're picking up like, maybe something to do that's like negative, or, you're like, you're say your things are very imbalanced, and that 6 does mean balance or harmony, um at that time the message for you could be that. Another time you see it, it could mean, you know, something to do with, the love that you feel from someone that has unconditional love for you. Um, Again, I hope I'm making sense. And um, so I just want you to get more out of just what I'm telling you, um, and how to look like deeper into, because you're going with your feelings, you're going with your gut, your intuition, um, that knowing, not just what you read in a book, not just what someone's telling you or you're reading on the internet, I guess nowadays. But so 4, we also have a 4 again, talking to, going back to those first 3 cards that came out with your stability. So I feel like that's really, we're on a good roll here. And then we have 44, Firefly and Wonder. Okay. Added it. We also have a number 8. So right now I'm seeing 3 4s, 3 8s. We've got a 10. So, like, here's an example. You may hear some people say the number 10 is an ending, it's a number of endings. And I do agree with that. Not that, this is up for debate or anything, but how I also see 10 is a beginning. Okay. So 9 I see as more of the ending, and 10 I see as more of the beginning. Although 10 is like, to me, 10 is like something ended and something starting. Okay. When I see 9, I just see it as something's ending. It's coming to the end, wrapping up like a cycle. When I see 10s, I feel like something has ended, but it's also beginning, because we have the 1, which is like the first, number. Um, and then we have the 0, which is like totally, I'm hearing like blank slate, to just put it, you know, like just more in simple terms. So I feel like um, this 28 is talking about new beginning as something ended. Even here, where this is like disconnected, and then this is like in the center, like this is like the ending and a beginning. That's how I'm picking up on that. And you are gaining your personal power in this new chapter. Oh, I just noticed something. It actually has this little, like, it's basically art, and like in a museum, which is funny because I was going to go to a museum today. So I'm hearing you're a work of art. That's nice. Okay. So then we also have 22, Butterfly Metamorphosis. So that's interesting too, because, and this is exactly the monarch butterfly that I was seeing today. And I tried to get some videos on it. I went past a couple actually it was the same place, but I passed it 2 times, one time going and then one time coming back. And there were these monarch butterflies flying around, and I was trying to get a video of it, but I had too much going on with me. I was carrying stuff and my dog and all that. But so that's very much a confirmation, and it's a number 22 added together, 4. So now we've got 4 4s. Okay. And then the cowrie shell, abundance. Okay, so we've got number 8 here. 17 equals 8. Okay. And then this is talking about abundance. So I feel like either you are about to experience some abundance, and the universe, the divine, whatever you believe in, has a hand to play in that. I feel like there's a hand, they're playing a role. And also how this firefly, that light, I feel like you're a divine being. We're all divine beings, but I feel like because of this glow, like there is, I'm taking that as like the divine, or like I said, the universe, whatever you believe in. I do feel like that they're playing a role, and this has wonder underneath it. So what I'm getting is it's almost gonna, like, you're gonna wonder how this happened. Like, how did this happen? How did I get this awesome opportunity? How did I get the keys? So maybe you're getting like, this looks like a house key. So you could be getting, and then we have that other picture of the house. So you could be getting something to do with a new home. And we have the butterfly and the firefly. And this firefly had to, I don't know if they climb up there or they flew up here. Either way, that's movement. There's movement there. Um, this cowrie shell is number 25. So we got a lot of twos. We have 4 twos, 4 fours, 3 eights. But this card also talks about abundance. And there's 3. Oh, there's like 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, and then this little shell over here. So it could be something that you wished for. This abundance. It could be even more than what you asked for, because that little one over here, I feel like it's going to be even a little bit more than what you asked for. They also, that sand. Okay, so I feel, again, when I'm talking about like the land back, I feel like, okay, so sand is soft. So when you're walking on the sand, it's soft, I feel like it's going to be like a soft landing. And the shells, so what, there's water. I feel like, and then this is kind of like a blue color. So I'm getting, that you're going to be, it's like emotional. But as I'm saying that, I'm kind of like almost feeling like I don't feel emotional as I'm saying that, which is kind of interesting to me. Um, maybe you've been, I feel like this also can represent kind of your mental state. Like you've had to like maybe take a lot of notes or write a lot down, or like maybe you've been you see how this is like pointing, this arrow is pointing here. I'm getting that, like, and as I'm showing you that, I'm seeing this. So I'm feeling like things have been kind of chaotic and maybe draining you to the point where you may either be able to release like emotions, but emotions of happiness when you receive this, or there may be like a blockage. Maybe you're not, maybe something's like, maybe you have something with your emotions. Okay, so all of these little shells, see the openings are very narrow, but some of them are more open. So maybe you're going to be able to open your emotions more. Maybe you haven't been able to release and you need to do that. That could also have to do with like the root chakra. So for some of you, this may have to do with like your family. Your family may have something to do with this. I'm saying that because of the red in the on that door before. On the bottom we have flamingo fun. Yeah, and another number 2. Maybe you need to get out there and see how bright pink. And then this is green in the background. I don't know if that's showing up very well. The lighting kind of sucks. um, and then we have like green here. I feel like your heart maybe has not. Oh, okay. Interesting. As I'm, because I put these down and what I saw, well, okay. So here we have yield and patience. Maybe you've had to, and then a 3. Yeah, and see, love, heart, okay, which is another number 8. So there could also be love coming in for some people if you want that. Um, and and it could be all different kinds of love. It doesn't mean romantic only. And then we have more greenery here and some of the blue. So I feel, but it's very small, like this amount of blue. So I feel like maybe you have not really been in communication, or you haven't been communicating to someone, um, or you need to communicate, um, because it's affecting your heart. And I feel like maybe you haven't been able to release many emotions. So there could be a blockage there. What also stood out, oh, interesting. Okay. Because when I picked those up before, I was seeing this a little bit. This is kind of like red. Like I said, you can't really, it looks brown here, but anyway, it's red and it's 42. It's number 6. And this has family reunion, honoring our roots, okay? Tree ancestry. Kind of like what I was saying before, like this could have to do with your family. Maybe you haven't been communicating with your family, or maybe some communication needs to happen with your family. It could be blocking your heart chakra. We also, underneath the flamingos here, we have a fence and boundaries, like what I was talking about earlier in the beginning of the video. And that's a number 26. What is that? 8. You have a lot of abundance coming in. Now, this is showing kind of like autumn season, so which is approaching in, a month or so. And this is this white picket fence. So that makes me think of, like, when people talk about a house with a white picket fence. So again, there's a reference to housing and boundaries though. Okay, so I don't know if you need to, and there's trees back here, if you can see through the fence. Those are the trees. So there's probably some type of boundaries you've put up with your family, or you need to. And with this orange here, I feel like this is affecting and then this orange butterfly. This could really be affecting your sacral chakra. I think that's the chakra, right? The sacral chakra, the orange one. Um, okay. I'm gonna take this last card, and then I'm not gonna. This one here is 20, number 2, mirror reflection. There may be some situations. Well, let me say this. From my experience, from what I've learned, all situations are mirroring, okay? The people we come across are mirroring, or we are their mirror, okay? And I don't I don't know this. I don't know if there's like a quote. I'm sure there probably is from Edgar Casey, but um, it stuck with me for a very long time, like decades. We're always meeting ourselves. Okay, so if, let's say you're well, something I do on the regular, and I do feel like this is kind of what I'm meant to do um, here in this lifetime. Part of what I'm meant to do is be a mirror. I'm learning um, as I've reflected on relationships throughout my life and learning how to spiritually protect myself. Um, I will envision a mirror. And I do this especially if I'm going to be like in big crowds, or let's say I even have like a job, somewhere I go regularly, and I don't, um, I come in contact with a lot of energy that maybe isn't the greatest or is very draining. And that can look like, negative people, or people who, even if they're not negative toward me, like they're negative maybe just toward themselves, like they're always putting themselves down. They forget to do something, this one little step, and they're like, oh, that's right, I'm so stupid, things like that. um Maybe they have a lack mindset or a scarce mentality. um Things I do not want, that energy, I don't want sticking to me. I don't want coming toward me. Sometimes people are projecting these things, they don't even realize that they're doing it. I don't think that most people are intentionally doing this. They do. I will acknowledge, though, there are definitely people who intentionally do that. Um I do know personally of some people that intentionally, you know, look into spells and want to um, basically like sabotage things, but from the spiritual realm for other people. Um, they've literally told me that's what they want to do. They are hoping, wishing, praying on someone's downfall, bad relationship, things like that. And so there are definitely people that are doing that, but I think in general, most people aren't maybe aware that when they are even being negative toward themselves, it's putting that out there, and it can, land on other people. And so what I do is I just envision this like a mirror shield around me, and I just say, like say I'm gonna go to work, and I'm working around negative people or something, and I just, before I walk in the door, I just see it. I can do it in seconds, but the mirror goes up. So even if they want to give me side eye, or they want to do little underhanded comments, or um what is it, backwards compliments, things like that, thinking I'm not gonna pick up on stuff like that. They want to slight me and stuff. They can go ahead and do it. I can't stop them, right? I mean, I can't stop them. I'm not, you know, asking the universe or whatever, to uh, interfere in what they're doing. I'm not asking for that. But I am saying, let them see themselves, okay? I'm not trying to teach any lessons here. That's not my job. But I am going to protect myself. And if it's for their own good, I've been led, I've been guided to put up this mirror. So I'm shielding myself, and whatever's, they're projecting intentionally or not, it's just going, they're going to have to look at it. And that could look like, you know, I mean, you may see that these people are getting like instant karma. Um, Not that they're necessarily doing anything to you, but like say they're having this lack mindset, this scarce mentality, meaning, they think they never have enough money. They're always chasing money. They're envious of what other people have. If, somebody wants to talk about, like, say they went on a vacation, they want to just share what they did on their vacation. But this other person, when the person is sharing on their vacation, they walk away, then this person over here is like, oh, they're always bragging. Oh, they just want to show off. Oh, why do we have to hear about their good news if I don't have good news? Like, there's nothing wrong with somebody sharing good things, or just, you know, and even if their intention was to brag, that's that's their deal, whatever. But when you're hating on that, you and you really are in a position where you could have it too, but your mentality is, well, I don't have it. um, they always get, everything they want, or they're always getting the best deals. Well, maybe they need to learn that they're not investing their money very well, or maybe they're not managing their money well, or maybe they're not, maybe they're passing up opportunities that could connect them to better situations or deals or whatever. And their negative attitude is like not attracting that kind of stuff. um, or they are attracting opportunities, but it's just more people that are going to take advantage, and so financially they're not in a better, they just never get in a better place. So I don't want any of that. But let them see themselves, and then you might start seeing like, huh, they're really negative, and their stuff, like, they're in a position where they've got all this opportunity, but they keep staying in this negative mentality. And it's like, yeah, they do keep missing out on opportunities. You may, so that can kind of, I don't know, maybe that's not necessarily karma, but it's interesting to see, being the person, the outsider like myself, um it's interesting to see. So I don't know, maybe you want to try that, putting up a mirror, protecting yourself, and letting people see themselves. Maybe that's what they need to do. Oh, as I just turn this over, and we have evil eye protection, and it's a number one. Okay, so maybe you be with your new beginning, you may have more people, you may have more eyes on you, like what I was just saying with the envy. There may be people who are, yeah, they're kind of basically, I'm getting, they're sabotaging themselves. Um, they are, so in this situation, if you're doing really well and things are, moving in the right direction, you do have abundance coming. There are going to be people who may want to interfere with some of that. They want to start cause some type of disruption, um, when it comes to your, you trusting yourself and your decisions and your stability. Um, Kind of specifically a home, or you feeling like you can land, I'm hearing land on your feet again. Um, so just beware of that. And okay, so I'm feeling like maybe you've been working really, really hard. So I have this rest deck. Reclaim your right to rest. 50 practices to resist grind culture. Um, so let's see. this may be a really good time for self-care. That can also, okay, that was weird how that just came out. We'll take two, I guess. Maybe you have been working really hard and you need you need like extra confirmation that it's okay to rest. Um I don't belong to the grind. I will get off. Rest in the truth of the power you hold over grind culture. And then we have that card, personal power. So definitely take back your power. Um, I'm getting, you're the one in charge. So take charge of your life. Don't allow, to be yourself to be pushed. I'm here, pushed around, bullied. I'm seeing something being like shoved like back and forth, like somebody's shoving somebody. So I'm hearing pinball. I'm seeing a pinball game. Like those little flippers are just knocking you around, and you're just being forced in this direction, forced in that direction. You know, I feel like that's gonna calm down a little bit. And instead of being forced, instead of feeling pushed, you know, I'm hearing ease into it, go with the flow, enjoy the ride. Um, like become one with it. So maybe you need to kind of take some time to reflect on how your perspective has been about all of that, and instead of feeling like this is happening to you, look at it more like it's happening for you. And so if you can look at it like it's happening for you and look at and then whether it's universal laws, God, again, whatever, you believe in that could be playing a part in this new success of yours. Um, think of it as being in partnership with instead of like being the ball just getting knocked around. So, what I'm seeing is like instead of being the ball, that's kind of weird. Instead of being the ball that in the pinball game that's being knocked around, be the player. Be the player, because the player is the one, like the player is the one that controls, the little flippers, flapper, whatever the heck they're called in the pinball game. So and the player is working with the ball as it comes. You got to watch the timing. Are you going to hit it really hard? Or, I mean, I don't know if you've ever played pinball, and maybe if I'm talking to people that are younger, maybe you haven't played pinball, look up. This is so weird for me to say this just because of my age and how I grew up, but if you have never played pinball, look up maybe on YouTube like pinball games and see how someone's playing it or something like that. And then you can see it's like, because it's going to be a different skill, I'm assuming, than um, like the games that are on, like people play now, because with pinball, you can control the force. You can control the force in how that ball is hit. You can hit it like not so hard. The button to control the flipper that hits the ball, you can hit it really hard and really get that ball flying. Okay. And so instead of just being the ball that's getting knocked all around, you can be the the player, and the player works with the ball and the flippers. And so maybe you need to kind of like change your perspective a little bit, kind of reflect on how have you been looking at how things are have been unfolding. Have you been feeling like it's happening to you versus happening for you? um yeah. And my nose is really itchy. So um it says, rest in the truth of the power you hold over grind culture. A full mental, oh, weird. A full mental shift starts in your quiet moments. You will get your healing via rest. You will be disruptive and push back. Maybe you're also being disruptive. Maybe it's not an outside energy. For some, it's not going to be outside energies. This is, we're all talking, we can disrupt our own um, growth, our own abundance, our own um, progress. Okay. You will be disruptive and push back. You will slow down. You will take a nap. You will rest and you will find silence. I didn't even see that part that says a full mental shift starts in your quiet moments. So, all right. And then the second card we have, and then I'll wrap it up. I wasn't expecting this to go on this long. Um, May I rest so deeply I forget time exists. I am an escape artist. I am rest. And then we did have that other card with the crown that was the work of art. I am an escape artist. I am rest. So maybe you're having a hard time actually, like, maybe you've had a lot on your plate and you're actually having a hard time finding having a hard time resting. Maybe it's finding the time, or maybe actually finding the physical place to rest. um Everything in our culture is working to prevent you from resting. Yes, capitalism does not want us to rest or pause. No. Take a moment, a day, a week, a month, or a lifetime to feel and understand this. Centering care, rest, space, silence, and connection is how we disrupt grind culture. So maybe you need to disrupt your routine. Maybe you need to disrupt this. Maybe you have a concept of, how things are supposed to go in the world. Maybe you've always tried to meet the status quo, or you've kind of fallen into, that the way of thinking. Basically, I'm from the United States. So I'm in the United States, it's like you're supposed to turn 18. Even before you turn 18, get a job, get a couple jobs. If you're not working, you're lazy. If, it's just like this way of thinking that I just lost my sentence train of thought. Hold on. This way of thinking, it's basically changing your paradigm. Okay, so it's changing, like, it's like reprogramming yourself is what I'm trying to say. So in America, we are definitely programmed, and it's not just isolated to America, but I'm American, so I can speak on this. We are definitely programmed to work, 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 work. You know, if you, put yourself first, if you rest too much, if you, aren't working the 8 hour shift, whether it's 9 to 5, overnight, second shift, whatever, um, then you're not doing it right. You are, you're not trying hard enough, all that kind of stuff. But you're gonna need, if you want to change that and really stick to it and honor it, you're gonna have to push against others, society, and unfortunately yourself. And when we are changing habits, um, a lot of times we can tell ourselves when we don't feel like it's been successful, and then we give up and we're like, we may be talking to somebody about it or thinking about it ourselves, reflecting on it, and what we're telling ourselves is our willpower isn't strong enough, or um, we don't have what it takes, or like just what it's just not, whatever we're doing isn't adding up to being successful. But really what's going on is that our brain, our ego is trying to protect ourselves. And so the new way, aka this new habit that we're trying to start, is um, for a time being going to be seen as the enemy. So let's say you want to go on a diet, and you're only successful for maybe like a month. Some people make it a week, a couple days, and they say, I just can't do it. I have horrible willpower. I have no willpower. I No, that's not the case, okay? What's going on is your brain is like, we have an intruder here, kind of like your body with like a virus, and it wants to fight it, okay? Um, your brain is like, I don't know why this new thing showed up, because nothing's broken over here. We don't need to fix anything because nothing's broken. And this is trying to interfere with you or interfere with us, and so I'm going to protect it. So every time you have this thought of doing the new thing, I'm going to remind you, hey, that's the enemy. We don't want the enemy here. So I'm going to override whatever you're trying to do right here, and I'm going to like make it so uncomfortable that you're going to want to stick to the old way, because I mean, that's what's better for us anyway. And something must be going on with you that thinks now you're going to go and sleep with the enemy over here, when I'm trying to help you and bring you back over here to the safe side. So it's like this little fight going on within you in your mind. My back's starting to hurt. Um, so yeah, the rest of this card, centering care, rest, space, silence, and connection is how we disrupt grind culture. Today, you can begin the escape from your new toxic socialization. There's a new way. You don't have to earn rest. You can rest now. You don't need anybody's permission, just your own. But remember, if this is a new habit you're starting, even giving yourself that permission, you are going to have to be intentional, very intentional, every time. And when you're feeling like, you know, you don't have what it takes, you can't cut it, that desire must not be strong enough, or you must not be this enough for it to be successful, remind yourself, this is totally normal. This is totally natural. And over time, as long as you can push back and resist what you've naturally become accustomed to, what's become your second nature, you have to be active with it. You have to actively do this. But as you do this over time, you will have success. You will have success. You will see those results. um I'm seeing here, I didn't realize that the background on these cards were a little different. Like the edges, see the edges are different. I didn't realize that until right now. See, and so here we have the moon up there and the darkness, and then this is like blue sky and daytime. So I do feel like because this card says I don't belong to the grind, I will get off. And then this card says I'm an escape artist, I am rest. So yeah, so this one's talking about like what you're realizing. So like, you know, in the dark or by moonlight, or think of it like this, if you go out, like say you go out to the bar, then you know, nightclub, whatever, um you know, things can look a certain way, they can look a lot better than they are. So those old habits, the old way of thinking, I feel like you're waking up to something, and that old way, you're starting to realize like, oh, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing to myself. That's why things aren't working out. That's why this happened like that. That's why these people, what I feel like you're something like things are becoming more clearer because that you didn't see it before. I feel like you didn't see it before, or it looked different, you know? I mean, I'm seeing like, you know, some people will understand what I'm talking about, but if you go like I don't really much anymore, but if you were like say at a nightclub and, you know, you see different people, you know, and you're like, "Oh, that person's good looking," or, you know, "That person's good looking." And then they turn the lights on because it's time to go, and you're like, whoa, oh, right, well, they look a little different than I thought they did a couple hours ago now that all the lights are on. Or, geez, this bar is really like dirty, or this is a dump, you know, now that the lights are on. Um, so I do feel like you're probably experiencing stuff like that. But overall, this was a very good read. You are still going to have to take action, but I feel like it's going to ease up and slow down. And by shifting your perspective, and then like taking it easy on yourself and reminding yourself that this is a um, what and hold on, something's coming to me. This is a work in progress. Okay, I gotta get this out. So a work in progress. Okay, where is that card? The I just want to show you that one more time before. So that's you. You're taking your power back. It's your new beginning. You are an escape artist. You can get out of the way things used to be. And you are a work in progress. And it's all a work in progress. And don't worry about the destination. Don't worry about that part. Be the person controlling, you know, that pinball machine. Work with it. You are not, this is not happening to you. You can be a part of it. You don't have to be that ball being knocked all over the place. Oh, I hope you get something out of it. Again, I am offering a very good deal on readings, and I'm going to put this out there. I have been a reader in a shop, in an actual shop. Um, so when I offer a deal, um, 3 questions. I hope I didn't misspeak. The price is now the deal until 11:59 tonight at August 18th. It's Sunday. Um, the deal is 3 questions for $20. I don't know if I misspoke in the beginning of the um, video, but the price is 3 questions for $20. And someone may think, well, that's not very expensive, and I don't know what kind of, readings you do or whatever. Maybe you're not very experienced, you're not very good, but rest assured, I am. And I have done this in an actual shop for customers and things like that. Um, and I'd like to read for you as well. Let's figure out, what do you need to know. Again, the description box is where on my channel it says, open your mind wider than your eyes. Click there, you'll find all the details, and we will see you next time. Get some rest.